I don't know what to say. I'm not good with the words, but I will say that this country needs to 100% change. And those of you that are hoping for things to get back to normal and for all of this to end, then you don't have a clear picture of how our Black brothers and sisters in this country live day to day. How would you feel? Fear when you get pulled over for speeding. Fear when you walk through a store, as you're being followed. Fear if there's police on the corner. And we're talking innocent people having fear. Now, there's a lot of companies coming out with, black background and white font messages, but no one said it more clear than Ben & Jerry's, believe it or not, that we live in a country where white supremacy, it's ingrained in our entire system. It's ingrained in our judicial system. It's ingrained in our police force. It's ingrained in our schools, in the neighborhoods. It's just this perpetual thing that's been going on forever, and it needs to stop. Now, I wanted to make this video specifically to let you know how I feel, because there are many silent people all of a sudden. There is no call for action from certain people I look up to. And no, there is no call to action or outrage from the death of George Floyd by people I know and companies I follow. So, people's true colors are starting to come out. And so if you are a silent supporter, you should get out there and support. Don't think about, the small minority of idiot rioters and people breaking windows. That is just a minority of idiots, okay? Think about the people that really want change and are peacefully marching and are getting gassed and, hit by rubber bullets for peacefully marching. Think of those people that are really there for the movement. Now, because we are a photography channel, we will relate everything to photography a little bit. Some of the images that are coming through from the photojournalists take us right to the action. They're so impactful, especially the ones that show unity and hope for change. Yes, there is violence. Yes, there is, horrors that you are seeing in the photographs, but they're important too. They're important to show us what's going on. And so to the photojournalists out there risking their lives and their safety, we thank you in the photographic community. But also as photographers here, we should know our role. If you're a full media photojournalist, they're trying to capture the story as is. But we sort of amateur photojournalists or people taking photographs, you have to be mindful that you shouldn't take photographs that put people in danger. There's a call for, not showing protesters' faces for fear of retaliation. So that's something you're going to have to think about if you take photographs of people on the street. Be mindful of that. Take some photographs in and don't react immediately. I did see one photograph which was pretty impactful, and even the photographer said this was the most impactful photograph he's ever taken. But it was a little misleading for people that don't know photography. The photograph was obviously taken by a zoom lens. On this channel we all talk photography, and the zoom lens makes things that are far apart look like they're right next to each other. And the photograph is of a policeman who has a gun or some kind of, rubber bullet gun pointed towards a little girl. Well, it's not pointed towards the little girl. We know on this channel that the lens, if you use a zoom lens, will make things look closer. You can see the police officer is also blurry, which means he's in a different plane of focus. The child, cutely eating chips, is on her dad's shoulders. Don't bring children to protests where guns can go off, please. Beside the point. You can see that the child and the father are in sharp focus. But if you read all the comments and all the celebrities that are reposting this photograph, they're outraged. So having an understanding of a photograph and how it works will help you decipher what's going on. And in that photograph, that police officer is not pointing his gun at the little girl. And the photographer had to kind of edit his caption. All in all, this is all about support for the people who need us now. Black Lives Matter. We have to change the system. This can't keep happening every few months, okay? It has to stop. And it starts with a wave of support. So check the links below. I'll put, ways you can support and places you can find resources. And I'll see you guys next time.